Fighting with your partner. How much have you been doing that lately?
A little bit more than usual.
A little more than usual. I heard there's some sort of weird moon lately. Did you know about? Yeah, it's the last couple weeks. Yeah, if you feel a bit off, maybe you're taking out on your partner. It could be because of that. And I don't know if it's because of that or because of other things.
Lack of sleep.
Kids lack of sleep.
Repetitiveness.
Yeah, repetition.
Repetition. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. A pandemic.
Pandemic. Of course. How can we forget that one?
Tina and I have
confinement. Quarantine.
We've been going through some tough times lately.
Yeah.
A little more than usual. Like, let's be honest. To the point where, like, we weren't even sure whether to bring this up because it's
personal.
It's quite personal, but the reason why we do these things is because we know there's some of you out there going through the same things. We want to know that you're not alone. We're all going through shit.
You can't tell me any two people living in a house are not fighting it at some point.
Yeah.
Throughout these times.
It's stressful. I'll bring up.
What are you bringing up now?
What is going on with us lately?
Enlighten me.
No, but like I'm trying to think back. No, maybe you'll laugh. I don't know. Like I'm thinking back to like the last couple arguments we've had.
Yep.
And is it because like I'm too sensitive? Is it the way I'm receiving things from you?
It's possible. It's possible, and maybe I'm doing the same. Everything is getting misconstrued, misinterpreted. Our tone of voice is being misinterpreted.
We're having problems.
It's almost like when you're, a little bit. And we never really had those issues prior to recently, maybe the last couple of months. But we're just getting out of the winter.
I know.
Eager now. The weather's warming up. We want to do stuff, and we're still just, trying to follow the rules here.
I'm trying to, instead of like, telling you all the things I think you're doing wrong, because that's not fair, or you think I'm doing wrong. I'm trying to understand what I can do better, and I'm trying to.
No. Your famous word lately has been, "You've been berating me." I don't even think I've heard of that word until like we've been together.
So I said berating me in a sense. Why did I say that? I don't even remember now.
Because I tell you what to do, apparently, and you get offended.
Why do you say apparently? It's the truth.
No, when I ask you to take out the garbage or to do something or to not do something, and then you go ahead and do it, like washing the dishes or folding the clothes when I told you don't fold them and I'll fold them because I got to refold them anyway because I don't like the way you fold them. I don't know. Like,
there you go. That's why we're fighting.
Telling you, I don't know what else. Can't think. I don't know. To go cut the grass or...
Oh, no. Hold on. You want to hear the latest?
What was the latest?
It's
been too many.
No, I cut the grass and then I put the sprinkler on, but I didn't put the sprinkler in the right spot.
No, you didn't, because I had it set up one way to just water the grass instead of the driveway and the street. And then you go and turn it on at 11 o'clock today when you're not supposed to water, in broad sunlight. And you made it go all on the street, thinking that you were watering more space than I was, but I was really focused on the space with the new grass.
I was coming at this in a respectful way.
No.
Hold on a sec. I was coming at this, starting this podcast, and saying, "Okay, you know what? Let's not call each other out." And you just called me out.
Why can't we?
Is that what you want to do?
I don't know.
Does it feel better though? Do you feel better? Okay.
But I feel like here you listen to me. When we're outside yelling at each other, you're like, I hope the neighbors hear you.
No, because what you do, and maybe you go through this, like Tina comes out and she's screaming at me, and you can see everyone in the neighborhood. They hear you clearly.
We hear everybody here. We hear doors slamming.
So
we hear
loud.
Yeah, okay. Our kids are loud. You're loud.
I think ultimately, it's just starting off fun. I think ultimately the issue I have, and I've told you this the last couple of days, I said, why is it that in marriage, why do we do this? Why do we always notice the mistakes? Like, you cleaned up, but you didn't do that properly. We should be, somewhat balanced in that area. And I say we because I'm not just blaming you, babe. I think there's a lot of relationships that go through the same shit.
Yeah, we're not the only ones.
No, but we need to be a little more like...
But you say it's mistake. Okay. It's not a mistake.
It's an
error. Not a mistake, not even
an error.
Mistake, no. It's just be attentive, and next time don't do it like this.
Okay, so
calling you out on something. It's not a mistake. They forgot to do, or you didn't do well, maybe absent-minded. I would have liked for you to do it a different way, a better way, maybe to my standards, which is not fair either because we each have our own way of doing things. I get it. I'm sorry that I do that sometimes.
Listen, we're being respectful here. Mind you look
I really want to be respectful.
Tina looks like she's biting her tongue. You know what? Let it out. That's what we're here for.
No.
This is therapy, but I'll preface by saying again, we do this because we know there's those couples out there who go through the same shit. You're not alone, and Tina and I are very good at bouncing back. We're very good at getting over shit and just moving on.
I might give you some evil looks throughout the day for a little while.
The look of death.
The look of death.
I get those. I get those all the time. But I think we have such a different style, Tina and I, and as we're the longer we're married. The more I see it.
We've been in relationships in the past where we've been ignored by our partners.
The worst. And
it's the worst. And then you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells. You don't know how to behave around that or what to say. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's why it's best we hash it out. Sometimes I may not be the best at articulating how I feel or I just yell. But, and I know you hate that.
Oh, yeah, but you're intense.
Yes.
And I think that's what is just, I'm like, man. Well, and I make the mistake of calling you out on your intensity and your emotional level. I'm like, babe, why are you pissed off? Babe, why are you screaming?
Well, it's like that TikTok. Don't tell me what mood I'm in.
I know, and right? You hate it, and I need to learn to stop doing that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yes, I would appreciate that. And maybe I will call you out less on your quote-unquote mistakes, even though they are not mistakes, and I don't like how you use that word.
So what's another word? Lapse in judgment?
No, I don't know.
Lack of attention to detail.
Yes, that I always called you out on. Lack of attention to detail.
I make the same mistakes over and over.
Not listening. I said this even yesterday. Not listening. I have asked you. I have showed you, or asked you several times, and I demonstrated even. Let's say how to wash the dishes.
Demonstrated. What is this? A YouTube video?
Well, this is going to be on YouTube.
Yeah, true. But I
should just take out the clothes and show you how to fold the clothes here and how to wash the dishes. So it just drives me nuts. So then I have to rewash things.
But I guess what kills me, babe, is sometimes...
It's not a mistake.
Okay, fine, not a mistake. But it's just stuff I don't do well. But what kills me...
But I'm the same. There's things I'm not doing.
I know, but what kills me is how so bent out of shape you get. I'm like, okay, so... I go, okay, so I didn't fold the clothes too well. Or, oh, no, the sprinkler's the wrong angle. You're like... Babe, the sprinkler!
Because I did it one way for a reason, and it's logical, and then you go and undermine my logic and think the way you did it is better than my way.
But an issue we have, and again, maybe you go through this in your relationship, is that there's things that you think are a big deal that I don't. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, I cleaned. You're like, no, you didn't clean well enough.
What's the point of you cleaning, and then I have to re-clean it?
But you get so mad.
No, I don't, because I've asked you over and over and over to do it a certain way. And then, I don't know, nothing's computing.
So that's what bothers you?
That's what bothers me. That's what gets me upset. Like, if you're going to clean and you do it all well, and I'm like, oh, wow, he listened. He heard the words coming out of my mouth. And you retained the method on how to do it. You absorb. I don't think you're good at absorbing... And I'm guilty. I think we all are. We're tired. Not everything's computing properly in our heads these days. I got mom brain. I don't know.
I get it.
I'm guilty too.
I get it. No,
I don't do everything perfect, and I've screwed up dinners, and I've screwed up.
First of all, you've never screwed up a dinner, and don't be so hard on yourself. As a mom.
And I've yelled.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've yelled.
A lot.
Look, as a mom, I know you have a lot on your plate, way more than what I have on my plate. It's just different. I guess it's just it just comes down to the way we do things and what are the priorities for each individual. For me, and it's funny because in response to you saying I don't absorb things, that is a weakness of mine when something and it happened in school, but the thing is I'm aware of it. When I'm not really interested in something, I tend to only listen 50%. I'll give you an example.
Check out,
So, like when people come here, whether it's your father or let's say I'm using like the grass for an example, Your dad.
We know how much you hate gardening.
No, your dad's really good with the grass and he'll show me a trick or something. But I'm looking at him and I'm nodding my head And then I'll walk away and forget like half of it because
you're
for
not
me,
interested.
It's just not a thing that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
It's like cooking. If somebody like really cooking, like if somebody, you made me bake with you one day and you were so passionate about it.
You were really good at it.
Babe, what was I good at? I mixed it.
You were measuring.
Oh, please.
You were mixing. You were actually following a recipe.
Yeah,
that
for
takes
once.
a lot of concentration.
I'm not good at that. And I decided to do it because it made you happy. It's something you love.
It was really good muffins we made.
But then I had no desire to ever.
Ah, too bad.
Like, but.
Too bad. I say that sarcastically because I'm in control of the kitchen.
Yeah, thank God. But that's what makes us a good team. So when there's certain things around the house, like when it comes to housework and folding and all that crap, I try to do a bit or my part or whatever.
How about the sink? You know, the sink faucet drives me crazy when you leave it on the right side. I like it on the left, but yet every day after you wash dishes or run the faucet for whatever, it's always on the right. I like it on the left. But is that just not paying attention to detail, or that's ignoring what I like?
First of all, I would never do it on purpose. See, for me, I don't think it's a big deal. So I'm going to give you an example of what happened with Tina and I, okay? She, between like 4 and 7 in our house, rock and roll. We're putting the kids down.
More like 4 and 8 these days.
Yeah, I know, because of the daylight. So we have 2 kids. We have to get them down. We have to give them baths. We have to change them, blah, 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 milk, whatever. So we're always like yelling, okay, babe, you got the milk. You put that one down. Blah. So then you were feeding Maya, our youngest, and she was giving her the bottle, and then I cleaned the dishes. And I'm like, yeah, as a dad, I said, yeah, I cleaned the dishes. The kitchen's all, I wouldn't use the word spick and span, but it's clean. It's neat. Everything's fine. Tina comes out of giving Maya the bottle, and everything is clean and ready to go. So instead of our daughter just woke up. Instead of Tina, maybe I don't need a reward, or I don't need a huge high five or a big acknowledgement. She comes into the kitchen and says, the damn faucet's on the right. So I just cleaned everything. Everything was done, and that was the one.
And you got so bent out of shape.
Because I said, babe, how can you be upset? The work is done. You're just upset at the little thing.
Yeah.
And it's because you've told me millions of times.
Millions of times. I think it's 5 years I've been telling you. So you got to understand too where I'm coming from.
I get it. But for me, I guess it's just a matter of processing that. And now I have to be aware of that's something that's important to you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pause this for a second.
Pause. Our daughter's waking up. Anyway, we just got interrupted by one of our kids who just woke up from her nap. I actually hear her screaming. She sounds upset.
Yeah, I think she'll be okay.
She sounds upset.
She just needs to calm down a bit.
Speaking of that, it's something I didn't bring up, and I feel bad that I even called you out on it, and that I called Tina out for yelling too much at our kids the other day.
Yeah, you did. Actually, it was yesterday.
I
was really annoyed that you did that.
I know, and I even sent her an article.
Yeah. From like WebMD. I'm like, not exactly the most reliable source.
I didn't look at the source. I just Googled.
Yeah.
I always worry that like it's.
I didn't look at the article. I didn't read it.
Yeah, but it's like too much yelling bad for your kids. I start doing all this research. I'm like neurological effects and all this.
Oh my
stuff.
God. Okay, no.
Is that bad?
I don't know. I grew up with yelling households.
I know, but I'm like,
we're Italian. We're very passionate. We yell.
I get it.
You know, when we're not listened to, we yell. When
I know. It just goes back to things that I find shouldn't merit the extreme.
I guess
attention.
I'm extreme, and I should work on that and try to calm down and not be so sensitive either. Or
You're
like
not sensitive.
Not sensitive. What do you tell me? I get all bent out of shape.
Bent out of shape.
Yeah,
is a good point.
She's fine. She's okay.
She's okay. Our daughter's yelling in the background. Anyways, maybe we should wrap it up because she needs our attention. But we thought this episode was important for us to do. I actually feel better that we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, of
Don't
course.
you?
Like, look, a lot of couples go through fighting, and if they're not fighting over one thing, they're fighting over another. And if they're not fighting today, they're fighting tomorrow.
I know.
Even families with multiple children or adult children in the
Yeah.
homes. It gets complicated. It's a very stressful time for everybody right now.
Is it wrong though that I think, and I'm gonna say this, don't be mad at me, but is it wrong that I think when you start, Tina's gonna be going back to work soon for the first time in 3 years, and I think that.
Wow, you have to remind me?
No, but I think that actually might help a little bit.
I think so.
No,
So
right?
you know what? You're gonna have the house to yourself. It's gonna be so peaceful, so quiet.
What am I
I'm
gonna
sure
do?
you're gonna love it at the beginning, and then you're gonna start missing me.
I miss you because
And Maya, because like we're both home. The three of us are home every day.
Because our youngest is gonna go to daycare with our oldest, and then Tina's gonna go back to work. And what am I gonna do with myself? It's gonna be so weird. But I do think that sometimes that does help couples a little bit. A little bit of
space.
A little bit of space because now it's like With my hours, like we're
well, how many times do you tell me, I wish I had a weekend job? That I'm not here on Saturday and Sunday mornings because you really get a taste of what it's like in the morning, and you're in the way. And sometimes you are, and sometimes you're not. And
I know.
Sometimes I appreciate that I can just like maybe lie down in bed an extra 20 minutes, half an hour while you hang with the girls and make breakfast. And
I've been trying to do that. Little things to.
But then there's little things that I will come then and nitpick. I know that bother you, and then we're fighting again. Like the way you cut the fruit. Or what you're going to make them for breakfast. But then you also wait on me and say, what am I going to make the girls for breakfast? I'm like, I don't know, figure it out. What if I wasn't here, what would you do?
Yeah, but you are there.
Well, pretend I'm not there sometimes. You just then we fight.
I get it. So, yeah, you were in bed. You stayed. It was like an hour. You stayed in bed, did your thing. I don't know if you're sleeping or not, but I'm like, I don't care. Let her rest. Took care of the kids, whatever. And then you got mad that I didn't cut the fruit properly.
This is what I probably got mad over something stupid.
Yeah, and then I was in your way. I was standing in front of the fridge, and then she wanted to get into the fridge, and she got pissed off.
I didn't get pissed off. That's your interpretation.
Mad, upset, annoyed.
Nothing. Annoyed, maybe. I get annoyed a lot.
Anyway.
But don't tell me I'm mad. Or that I'm in the mood.
No, okay? So what am I supposed to... I've been trying this sentence. Is there anything I can do to help, babe? Anything I can do to improve the situation?
I think I've heard that once in the last few months.
And then she goes, no, nothing. And then if I leave or I walk away or I go sit down on the couch on my phone, it's, why are you on your phone?
You're always on your phone. And look at me. I'm doing this, X, Y, and Z, right?
Anyway, that's marriage, folks. If those of you are engaged or thinking of getting married... Good luck.
Or think twice before you decide to move in together.
Yeah, I know. Look, we sound so bitter, but we love each other.
We love each other.
Oh, yeah.
What about when I told you to shave?
Oh, that's another one. You got pissed off at me. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see now that I have
nice
I
and clean.
Finally, I'm just supposed to read her mind, and that I'm supposed to know that she doesn't like when I had a beard. So then you got mad at me for having a beard for a long time. Anyways, I took care of that.
Yeah, it's because I don't feel your lips.
Hi, Sia. Our daughter just showed up. Sia, say hi. We hear you crying. Oh, okay. Anyways, that wraps up our episode. We got to shout out our sponsor, Steak Bleu. Hi, Sia.
I was crying upstairs.
I know.
Heard you.
You're okay now?
You're okay.
Yeah. Why are you crying? Why are you so dramatic?
Go play with your kitchen set.
Because you screamed to me.
I didn't scream. I said, can you please be quiet? I love you.
Babe, aren't we all guilty of screaming, eh?
Yes, we're all guilty.
Our
I'm sorry.
2-year-old says you're screaming
Mommy
at her.
screams at you all the time, but that's okay. And now she goes to hug mommy. Shout out to Steak Bleu if you want meat delivered right to your door, vacuum packed. It's absolutely delicious. We can't wait to have the lamb actually this weekend. They have a delicious lamb. I go to steakbleu.ca and just type in
even their fish.
Their fish. Yes, we had the what do we have? We had the salmon pasta.
Salmon pasta I made, and tuna steaks.
We had
the tuna steaks this week. They were delicious.
They were absolutely delicious.
I'm hoping to make a shrimp risotto next week.
I can't wait. Steakbleu.ca. Type in Fast 10 at checkout for your first order. You want to play kitchen?
There, perfect. One day you'll be cooking with Steak Bleu's meat and fishes in your kitchen.
She's grumpy. My God. See, she gets that from you.
I'm coming.
Oh my God, why are you crying so much? Oh, great. People are going to think we're terrible parents. That's another episode of Marriage in the Fast Lane. We'll see you next time.